Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Embrace the masculine energy within you. Embrace the masculine energy. I'm gonna tell you what, and I've talked about this several times because there's always something about either going against masculinity. They're either talking about toxic masculinity or the men aren't masculine enough. And shoot, people even taking it deeper, talking about there's a lack of testosterone in younger men now. It's lower than it was, even talking about sperm count, all of this stuff. Look, I'm gonna tell you something now. I don't give a shit whether they talking about it's low, whether they talking about it's toxic. You are what I would call a being with a Johnson. You already have it within you. Every single male has it within them to be that fully developed man. Every single male, I don't care who it is. And of course, society isn't supportive of it, especially if a man's going to stand on his principles. Let me talk about that, because that's part of masculinity anyway, just to stand on your principles, stand on who you are. Of course, there's going to be forces that don't want you to embrace that masculine energy within you, to stand on your principles, to stand on your standards, because they're getting something out of you. They getting something out of you. You following their program. See, and on Saturdays, I talk about being a sovereign man. One of that is having control over, a sovereign man has control over his own life. That's the only thing I'm saying. It's like you have some control. Look, embrace that. Don't apologize for being a man. If there's a person around you that got a problem, say, oh yeah, you need to lighten up or you need to do this. They're only doing it because you're intimidating them. They trying to control you. That's the thing. You gonna do this. See, you need to embrace you need to embrace the masculine energy within you, not to please everybody else. Not to please some woman just because she look good to you or something. You need to embrace it for yourself. You can say what you want. I mean, I've had some people, they come at me. I had some detractors and stuff. But I don't have to go to work after I finish. You posting some shit, but then you doing it on your lunch break. I work for myself. I got control over my life. I can do stuff when I feel like doing it. I can do stuff, I don't care what it is. I can do stuff when I feel like doing it. I got control over my life. You say what you want, you can talk about how I look, whatever. Yeah, but nobody questions my masculinity and being masculine. Nobody questions that. And that's the thing. Every man should have that. It don't got nothing to do with how you look or how tall you are or how muscular you are either. It's a mindset. And when you have that, it's not about getting women. It's about living the life that you want. See, when a man's fully masculine, he's going to want his own territory. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with embracing people who ain't crossing your territory. Like I told the story several times before when I was living in Edgewood, Maryland, had young boys. There was a period when there were young boys crossing over the fence and coming across the yard. I immediately stopped it. I wasn't cool with it. Because I called one and he was bigger than me. I'm out there in nothing on but shorts. Nothing on but shorts. I ain't have a shirt. I ain't have socks, anything. It came out there like that. And I turned him around and I said, hey, let the rest of everybody in the neighborhood know, don't come across that dude's yard. They didn't have a problem since. But that was my boundary. And it's like, don't apologize for it. Now, when people talk about toxic masculinity, a lot of those guys ain't truly masculine. They ain't truly masculine. They ain't truly masculine, but sometimes they'll say it, you being masculine, but like I said, you not following their agenda. So they're going to try to break you down. But as soon as you get broken down, then there's going to be a problem. See, one thing, a sovereign man, a sovereign masculine man, he's still going to behave righteously. In fact, he don't need the laws out here. He's not going to interfere with somebody else's stuff. But rest assured, somebody shouldn't interfere with his either. So you understand that. Embrace it fully. That's who you are. Don't apologize for being a man. Don't apologize for having standards. Don't apologize for having a boundary. Deep down, well, I ain't gonna say other men who are trying to control you or something, they might have a problem. Hey, man, you might have to raise the hands up. Because don't be afraid to fight for who you are. And you're going to get some women, they're going to test you. And I'm going to tell you something now with women, because a lot of guys have some issue. Yeah, they're going to say all that, but they just testing you. That's a woman's nature. They seeing if you are who you say you are. And it's better to have that woman's respect and her love. Especially if she asking you to like change who you are. No, you're a man. You're a being with a Johnson. Shoot. You are unapologetically masculine. Stay that way. Stay that way. There's 4 billion women in the world. You don't have to change for one just because she look good. In fact, a lot of women, I'm going to tell you what. Because the other day I talked about like women cheating on good husbands. You get some guys and, they'll like mute their own masculinity to be a good husband. But then guess what? Double back home. Or hell, if you need to follow that woman and she cheating with somebody else who's expressing their pure masculinity, their pure energy, because she still want it. Women want that energy in a man, regardless of all the programming out here or whatever. They still respond to that type of man. I've seen so-called Miss Independent women change up when they ran into that man who was like, whatever. I've told the story before. I was on a panel with this woman, and she was known for being hard against men, known for being Miss Strong, Independent, outspoken. But she said the man that she ended up marrying, he tell her to zip it, she'll zip it. She'll zip it. And you got to be that, because one thing with a masculine man, he ain't going to be stuck on a woman. It's his program. If she ain't in cooperation with his operation, he's like, bye. But then plenty will be. Plenty of women will be, Because I did a video one time, even a masculine woman, masculine type of woman, modern type of woman, they're going to submit to a truly masculine man. Because they want the femininity to come out. But see, we live in a society that's saying it's a bad thing. You get some guys, they say it's a bad thing. It's like, no, it is what it is. It's natural. It's natural. And if somebody say, well, why are you this way? Tell them, whatever term you use for God, say God made you that way. Because they crack me up when you get some religious people that saying that. It was like, well, hold up. I was built this way. Don't apologize for it. Embrace it. And like I said, every man got it within him. Every single man got it within him. You embrace that. Because what is masculinity? Being assertive, being aggressive, having control over their own territory, wanting to be busy, have a job. Let me talk about that. There's a lot of complaints about a lot of these young men not wanting to work or work as hard as they can. That's part of masculinity. A masculine man going to stay busy because he's going to have that energy within him. So once y'all really think about it, all the men out here watching this, embrace it. And if you don't want to embrace it or you got some issues, this ain't the channel for you. All right? So anyway, that's all I have for right now. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.